Right now on News on 6 at 5, our Oklahoma weather experts are tracking wet weather across green country. Our storm trackers are out with a look at the rain and storms.
Plus, we are on the ground in Cookson as neighbors picking up the pieces from last month's tornado are hoping to get some help from the Small Business Association.
Detectives are looking for those who rappelled into a pawn shop to rob it, while investigators believe it was a planned heist.
And if you drive across the Memorial Bridge in Bixby, we've got you covered on how construction could impact your commute.
On the scene, on the story, News on 6 starts now.
Oh, and we start here at 5 o'clock with the weather. Widespread rain across eastern Oklahoma, even a chance of thunderstorms.
Chief Meteorologist Travis Meyer is keeping a close watch on the system tonight. Travis?
All right, guys, I tell you, it's kind of an interesting situation because you probably noticed it's really mild outside. Temperatures are in the 50s for this time of year anyway. And we've had rain. It's been a bit of an inconvenience. Now, the rain could cause some problems tonight. We do have a little bit heavier cell. It's just gone over Keystone Dam in just last little while. It went from Olive and then also around the Manford area. And you can see how that is moving to the north and to the east. Another band coming in on the southwest side of Tulsa at this time. So there's a lot of things happening at this particular moment. The biggest thing that we're continuing to monitor, though, is there is severe weather back to our south and west. That could lead to some problems tonight for our friends down to the south. We'll talk in detail about that coming up in a little bit. Meantime, there has been some excessive amounts of rainfall already have fallen, 1.5 inches up around the Enid area and 2 inches down around Oklahoma City. So this is a very wet system. Now off to the east, you guys have yet to pick up any rain. We'll talk more about how much rain we expect coming up, but at least there is a high probability. We're only going 100% chance of rain in the area. Our temperatures are running in the 50s at this hour. Again, very mild, so we're not complaining. It's a lot better than having to deal with ice. And this evening, temperatures are going to continue to hold in the 50s and look for that rain to continue as well. Details of what we expect coming up in just a little bit.
Well, happening now, tornado victims in Cherokee County are finally getting some financial help nearly a month after the storms. The Small Business Administration in Cookson is helping people apply for loans. News on 6's Amy Slanchik is live on the story for us. Amy?
Brian and Ashley, we're in the Chicken Creek area, which is just southwest of Cookson, where you can see this damage looks almost untouched nearly a month after the tornado. Destroyed mobile homes and uprooted trees look as if they're becoming a new normal in Cookson. So this disaster assistance sign outside the fire department comes as a relief to many.
It makes you feel better, makes you have a little hope.
Jim Whitener lost his mobile home to the twister.
Had a lot of good memories, brought my boys up and raised them up there.
But he's doing okay and has a place to stay down the road.
Been real fortunate because a lot of people don't have a place to go.
So you qualify for $200,000.
The Small Business Administration is offering low-interest loans beyond Cherokee County. Folks in Adair, Delaware, Mays, Muskogee, Sequoia, and Wagner counties can also apply.
We're here not only to help out businesses of all sizes, but homeowners, renters, and nonprofits.
The SBA will be at the fire department from 9 to 6 Monday through Friday through January 10th. They won't be here on New Year's Day, but it will mark a fresh start for many.
Time to clean up stuff you hadn't thrown away in years. You know, that's the way I look at it. And just start over. That's all you can do.
The final deadline to apply for a loan is February 19th. You can also apply online. We'll be sure to post that information on our News on 6 app. Reporting live on the scene on the story in Cherokee County, Amy Slanchik, News on 6.
And new at 5, we learned that prosecutors filed a first-degree murder charge against this man, Epifino Soto Jr. Police arrested Soto a day after finding Darwin Espin outside of his West Tulsa apartment. Officers say Espin had been shot and stabbed, then died a short time later at the hospital. Happening right now, Tulsa police are looking for the thieves who rappelled into a Tulsa pawn shop and took 16 guns.
Detectives say the thieves broke in sometime over the holiday when the shop was closed. News on 6's Reagan Ledbetter is live on the story with what he's learning from police. Reagan?
Ashley and Brian, officers tell me this was not a crime of opportunity. They believe this was well planned out, possibly by somebody familiar with the building. Police say the thieves cut a hole in the roof of Secondhand Rose pawn shop and used rappelling gear to get inside. Officers say the burglars stole more than a dozen AR-15 and AK-47 rifles and other weapons from the shop.
It is a little terrifying. We have 16 weapons on the street. We don't know who has those weapons. We don't know who they're going to give them to. We don't know what they're going to use them for.
Police say the burglars rappelled into the attic, then stole the guns from a back room. Police say the last time someone was at the pawn shop was 1 o'clock in the afternoon on Christmas Eve.
It's not something that you would say, hey, let's rappel up this building and see if we can get in it. It's someone that says, hey, let's rappel up this building because I know we can get in it.
After investigating, officers say the store's telephone lines were cut days earlier, disabling the alarm system. Right now, police say they don't have any suspects.
And this one wasn't an easy crime. This was a well thought out, planned crime. So that makes us believe that it's probably somebody who's familiar with the building.
The owner of the shop didn't want to talk on camera. Now, if you know anything that could help police, call Crime Stoppers to make an anonymous tip. Live on the scene, on the story in Tulsa, Reagan Ledbetter, News on 6.
Your first look at the man who Tulsa police say robbed the First Shop bar near 3rd and Greenwood. Officers say Maurice Owens claimed to be armed with a gun when he took the bar's cash box early this morning. Police tell us that he dropped the money in the parking lot as he ran off. Police arrested him at a gas station near 36 in Peoria. A witness from another bar robbery on Christmas Day also identified Owens as the suspect.
A Broken Arrow woman says her boyfriend beat her and threw bleach on her chest on Christmas Eve, and it all happened right in front of their kids. Marquinta Goff is behind bars at the Tulsa County Jail right now. According to court documents, the victim says they got into a fight in front of their children before he took her to the bathroom and beat her. Officers say Goff did not admit to that, but did admit to breaking the mirrors off an SUV outside of their apartment.
A husband and wife were both killed in a Christmas Day crash near Sperry. The Oklahoma Highway Patrol now confirming the driver, 55-year-old Terry Bumgarner, died from her injuries early this morning. Her husband, 66-year-old Samuel Bumgarner, died at the scene. The Oklahoma Highway Patrol says that she was on illegal drugs at the time of the crash. Her car with 4 people inside was T-boned by a pickup truck after an improper stop at a stop sign.
We're learning new details tonight about the final moments of a 24-year-old inmate's life before she died in the Oklahoma County Jail. 24-year-old Cindy Lucille Spray was found dead in her cell December 16th, 3 days before she was booked in. Her cellmate, Kim Darling, says Spray was in terrible pain before she died, and the jail should have done more to help.
That lady could have at least taken her blood pressure, you know? And if they would have seen that her blood pressure was low, and it had to be low, she was so pale. So pale.
According to the medical examiner's office, Spray died of a perforated ulcer.
A major project on the Memorial Bridge in Bixby gets underway next week. Crews will start working on the bridge January 2nd. The bridge is expected to be narrowed to 1 lane in each direction from the north. That bridge is the only way into Bixby. Here is a good look. If you're coming from Tulsa, boy, it'd be a lot easier to take 75 south to 151st Street south. The project expected to last a while, to be done by April. Still ahead, a car slams into the Tulsa Bath and Body Works at Utica Square, injuring 1 worker. More pictures from the scene in minutes.
Plus, one group's plan to keep Oklahoma foster children from being separated.